everything.
Anybody that's a cokehead, like fucking Miami is like the fucking mecca. So what's up, Lenzig? How's life?
Oh, not too bad, man. Not too bad.
Just keeping busy at work.
Work and writing music. Just writing fuckloads of music.
Dude, you got no idea how many fucking people ask me about Cephalic Carnage. And you especially when they find out that I live in Colorado, that I moved here. Everybody always goes like, dude, you know a guy from Cephalic? You know, it's crazy.
Right on, man.
So,
we're just writing music. It's just writing music. We were gonna get into rush mode, but then once this happened, it was like there ain't no sense in just going crazy to try and do a tour. You know, put an album out and do a tour until at least till next, you know, about springtime of next year.
Yeah,
maybe,
when everything
know?
Gets back to normal, if it does, I'm pretty sure it will. You know, it's just gonna take a while, especially to have full capacity at shows.
I mean, the songs that Steve and them guys are writing is pretty brutal. I mean, it's Cephalic Carnage.
Fuck yeah, so
know?
we're definitely gonna see a new Cephalic Carnage album, huh?
Oh yeah,
for sure.
I mean, there's still juice in the tank. It's just
fuck yeah.
Everybody
Everybody
just
gets
really
busy.
not in a rush to like try and be in the rat race, you know. But
so
we're.
Can you tell me who's playing
beer.
drums? Or you're not allowed to share that? I know, because
right now we have this really sick drum machine that's just brutal.
Drum machine, all right. That's a Cephalic drum machine. How about, I'll give you guys a hint, the Canadian drum machine.
His name's Drum. That's what we call him, Drum. Even if he's Canadian, or he could even be Polish, or he could be Mexican, or Texican.
Yeah, I actually see Nick a lot, and they tell me, he mentioned about you guys maybe getting some sick-ass drummer. I think he did some kind of clinic with this dude. He told me about it, but yeah, I'm looking forward to hearing it.
A Texican?
Perfect.
No, I mean, we're just like we have one song that we recorded with Danny from when he was Danny from Intronaut, who's not an Intronaut anymore, but Danny, it's pretty brutal, and Patrice.
Danny Walker?
Yeah,
Danny Walker is a real sick drummer, man.
Yeah,
actually,
I mean, the song's brutal.
Did he play with Phobia?
Played in Phobia, Exhumed.
Shit, yeah, he's fucking sick.
You know, he recorded a song with us, and Patrice, guy that's Gorguts, recorded a couple.
Patrice.
Yeah.
See, that's a name that's come up before, you know. And Nick mentioned some Patrice guy, and I had to check him out, and he is fucking sick. Obviously, if you're playing Gorguts, you gotta be like,
dude, he's one of these guys that, like, we had this other guy named Matt from Albuquerque that can sight read, you know, like fucking chart your shit out and then just play. I mean, it's pretty intense to watch when it's on. You know?
Especially Cephalic Carnage shit. You gotta follow John's steps, and that's
sometimes
really
if
fucking
you kind
hard.
of lose a step, it's hard. But like Patrice and this guy Matt, you know, is the same way. Like Matt's just like a genius of a drummer, one of those type of dudes. You know, that's how Patrice is. And weird, I just talked to John the other day. You know, all he's into doing is just kind of kicking back, man, and working and just enjoying. He's got a young daughter, so kind of just to be a dad for him. I think it's the best thing in this world. And his girlfriend or his wife or whatever, she has shit going on too, so they kind of work together. You know what I mean? They're just.
I'm sure
they just got their shit going, and like if I want to say, hey John, come down and like the projects you hear me doing over there, if I hit him up to like come and just
jam
record.
That's what I'm saying. I'm sure that John
he
definitely get back behind the kid to play a fucking show, even if it's a local show. You know, that's I'm sure that's like one of the guys that's always gonna be like a family member.
I want to play like like a final show for John. Just be like, you're not in the band. I mean, you know, just right on. You're still our brother.
Kind of like hand it over to the next guy.
Sure.
You know, like
do a half a set, and then have the other cat play. And I mean, him and Steve are still brothers. They'll always be brothers.
John is a huge influence, dude. John is fucking sick.
He's a good guy. Great drummer, dude. You know, I love shooting the shit with him. Miss him because he was a dude. Like usually when we're on the road and we get a room or something, or a few rooms, he's the guy that I usually bunk with, man. And I just love to fuck with him because he's just a funny dude. You know, one time we went in Mexico City. We went to go play out there and fucking. we told the dudes we're going to the liquor store. We're just a block away. And me and John are in the liquor store /store, and I had these palm trees on my shoes, some fake Vans, and this fucking dude's like, "Oh man,
they thought to fucking rob your shoes?"
No, he's like, "I like your shoes, man," and I was like, "Right on." Those, and I was like, "Do you got any of that?" He's all, "Yeah, across the street at my apartment." You know, him and his girlfriend, and they just moved there from Monterey. So we went over there, and me and John just fucking smoked their whole bag.
Smoking.
And they even gave me what we didn't smoke.
See, that's the thing, when you go to different countries and you go play, you know, when you're in a bigger band, a known band, everybody just wants to give you weed. They just want to give you drugs, cocaine, weed, whatever the fuck. You know, they just want to fucking hang out with you. So, I mean, that's actually one of the cool things about touring. You know, obviously, you're not a lot more than me, but, you know, I got a little taste of it.
This dude was not a Cephalic fan, but he was just a dude that, he was just a cool dude.
That's fucking
turned out to
awesome.
be, him and his girlfriend were cool as fuck, and me and John just sat there and smoked like, you know, probably about 3 joints, and whatever we didn't smoke, we took back to the other dudes, Steve and Zach.
Yeah, when I played in Mexico, weed was easy to get, but obviously it wasn't nowhere near as good as the one you get here. We're kind of spoiled, obviously, you know.
We smoked the sickest,
especially in Colorado.
Sickest in to the 2 dudes in Mexico City. The same show, same couple days later, we were down there. These dudes came back and fired some Oaxacan skunk that just levitated me. I went on stage and I was levitating. The crowd was there. Everything was crazy, but it was in super slow motion. I couldn't get the energy.
Yeah.
I could, but like it made me play harder. But I couldn't. It felt like I was behind. I felt like I was in super slow motion, just going slow. But we were going. You know, it was brutal because everybody was going nuts. I mean, you go off on their energy. We were playing at this place called the Inferno. And it was brutal, but those 2 dudes that came and got us stoned.
Salud.
Salud.
Gracias. So, you've been listening to anything new? Any new bands? Any new music?
Probably Arcspire's about the newest of anything that's pretty interesting to me.
Some people might hate me for that, but I'm not a real huge fan. I'm a fan of like the drumming and shit, but that kind of like vocal style is not really my style. I was
you know, everybody's got their own boat, but I just kind of look at them as like a new Cryptopsy, is like
absolutely,
you know, more of like a newer version of
more technical for sure.
None So Vile, just
right.
You know, you gotta evolve from that, but if you like take the layers away, it's kind of Lord Wormish, and you know, the drumming's like Flow, but just
that dude is insane,
level,
dude.
You know?
Spencer is fucking sick in the drums, dude. He's got some sick gravities and shit. You know, real sick drummer.
The whole band's brutal. I mean, guitar players,
sure.
bass player. I mean, that's about. I would have to say those guys as far as and just a lot of really old, good punk rock from the mid '80s, man. There's just underground demo shit that never really got big. But
that's something that you're always gonna listen to, you know. The roots that got you started. On
this band called
metal.
Crucifix from San Francisco. They had an Asian singer that was brutal, and they had like their drummer played on a 3-piece drum set with just a few cymbals. 3 cymbals, that was it. Just
I've seen drummers with 3-piece fucking sets killing it, dude. Sick shit, dude.
Yeah.
So, hey, you know, when you came in, I was playing this Colombian band, the Caribbean. The Caribbean is a super group from Colombia. They're from Bogota, Colombia. They have members from different bands. And they got Sebastian Guarin. He did vocals for Purulent, which is one of the first death metal bands from Colombia.
The guy with the crazy eyes?
Well, he's got crazy eyes, crazy vocals, and huge motherfucker. He's a fucking giant. They got some of the sickest drummers in Colombia. And actually, guys, you should fucking check it out. The Caribbean, they're on Match Brutality Records. They're fucking really sick. If you like Disgorge, you know, if you like Internal Suffering, if you like Disavow It. The first Disavow It album, I'm sure you haven't heard the new one. They put out a single.
Really?
And let me tell you about it. I'm going to play it after we get done with this shit. And I want to hear your opinion because I'm a fan of the brutal Disavow It, not the new shit that came out. You know, I mean, musically, they're good, but it's just not the same shit.
You mean from Holland? I mean,
yeah, exactly. You know, the one fucking... Dude.
Yeah, those guys are brothers, man.
Those guys were fucking sick.
Holland.
Those guys were fucking sick. I mean, they're still sick musicians, like I said, but they're not in the brutal side. The thing that gets me now with brutal death metal bands, they all want to try to sound the same. and they're definitely adding a little bit of the deathcore. You know, I don't know if it's, you know, kind of like Cattle Decap. They all went that way. I don't know if they're just trying to be like bigger and, you know, more famous,
kind of like
and more mainstream. Yeah, absolutely like Manowar. You know, more mainstream. But yeah, I wasn't too fond of it. I mean, definitely gotta wait until the new album comes out, the whole entire album. So it's hard to judge a band by one song, dude.
Yeah.
And everybody nowadays, you know, everybody judges really hard. You know, we all want to hear the fucking almost the same album repeated fucking 10 times. You know, with a little bit of difference. That's how most of us old school brutal death metal
It's hard to write that 5th and 6th album because your first one you have 2 years, a year to like, oh, you know, let's be like this, let's do this. But then when you start getting up there, you gotta, and you tour, you don't really have time to sit in the garage and be that inspired to write the records. You know, you gotta really like. I envied the bands back in the day because they would tour for 6 months, go write a record, record, and then be ready to go write again. You know, I mean, just put out two albums.
The mid-90s, that's how they were making a living. You know, you recorded, you wrote the album, you recorded, you toured, came back with the second one, and always touring.
They were good albums, man. You got 2 albums a year. That's pretty insane. So,
well, brother, thank you for smoking this joint with me, bro. Appreciate you. Thank you for talking.
No problem.